Okay, welcome everyone. This is the community meeting for the External Secrets project. This meeting is under the code of conduct of CNCF. So, in short, be nice to each other. Yeah, let's go. Do we have an agenda? You're adding items, right?
Yes, we're writing items on it.
When I am recording like this, is my screen automatically shared? No, right?
No, it is.
Okay.
Actually, the whole screen tab that you are at is shared, so us three basically. And I think someone else needs to share for that to be on the nicely on the screen, so I will do the honors here.
Okay.
So now if you click on my screen share, then everyone that is watching will be able to see as well.
Cool. Next release as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to learn how to do the release. I haven't been done any releases ever.
We
So
can
high
do a
time.
session on that. Yeah, I think it would be useful to record again, like updated and together.
Sounds good.
Okay. Any other items? I think we can start with this first one. Breaking changes to webhook provider. Do we have a link?
No, this is a discussion. I'm going to start it. A PR already was submitted to fix a bug, but essentially introduces breaking changes to webhook provider, meaning that the next version should at least be 0.10.0, so users can figure out there is something that we consider it was worth bumping. But I would like to also take the advantage of this bug fix to introduce a feature breaking change to webhook provider. Webhook provider today allows any secrets to be used as source of information for it, which means it's very, very easy for a malicious user to take advantage of it and get the sensitive information out of a HTTP call. What we did for the generator webhook, this is for the external secret webhook. What we did for the generator webhook is that the webhook provider can only fetch information if it was previously labeled, meaning that the user needs to explicitly say that that secret is valid for the webhook generator to use. This is a feature flag, so the implementation of it is super simple. I'd say that we take advantage of the already breaking change of webhook provider and introduce that.
But then, do you want to do that before the next release, so this comes together, or
That's
do you think
correct.
it? Okay.
Before the next release, so it comes together. If you agree, I can prepare the PR in like 5 minutes.
Okay. If it's really 5 minutes, then go for it. Yeah.
But doesn't that it doesn't so what does the breaking change do right now to existing things? Like it completely breaks them.
It will completely break them. The existing breaking changes only for some fields. So if people use some specific fields, it would break them. My breaking change breaks everything. Everyone using webhook provider.
Yes.
However,
That's
I
what
think
I
it's a
wanted to
good
make
one
sure.
because it is security related.
Yeah,
Generally speaking, it improves the webhook provider by a lot. So,
but when we say it breaks everyone using this, let's say they update, they go from 0.9 to 0.10, and they're just using it. If the thing is already synchronized, uh, the secret will still be there. Like the breaking is just that, like, if they look at the logs, things are breaking and new synchronizations are not working. Is it like that?
That's correct. That's correct.
And yeah. Anyway, for us to we need to announce this on the release notes. That's obvious. Anyway, for us to kind of flag it, like, and they are debugging, like, oh, you should update this, like, I don't know if a log message, but something like that. I don't know.
We could, if they visit the repo, which I think they will once there's an error that they don't understand or something, we could pin an issue saying, okay, your webhook broke, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, that's also nice.
So I think we can do diff 3 actually then. So the first one is PR, introducing better webhook posture. Add message to error logs pointing to update secrets. And last one, create issue problems with webhook provider on 0.10.0. And then we explain what users need to do. This seems good, right?
And pin it to the thingy.
Oh yeah.
So it's top at the top.
Yeah.
Sounds good, right?
Yeah. I think that's a reasonable amount of stuff that we can do.
Yeah.
I will do the first 2 after this community meeting is done, basically.
I can do the other one. We can add names already. Okay. Then the next one, it's just like we should wait for this to actually do the release. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we do it as soon as possible. I know now, Lucas, you are a little bit more free to actually push this forward. I'd suggest you just sync up whenever Greg, can actually perform that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in regards to that, this week would be freaking ideal, or how it's spoken.
Ideal. It's perfect.
Ideal. Okay, because my daughter is at my grandmother's house, so
Okay.
I'm free whenever. Just ping me and I'll be there.
Okay. After we stop the recording, we can just like, oh, this day is better, and then we choose a day and we do it. Cool.
Okay.
Then next one. Did my microphone stop working?
No,
it's working fine.
Oh, I got a notification. Okay. So the next one, long inactive members.
Yeah, so this one was by me. So basically, we have members in the group who aren't active for like a year or at least half a year, and the problem with that is that they get pinged for reviews or set as reviewer on the PRs, and we obviously will never do that. So we should put them in Emeritus. I don't know if we have something like that, or just remove them.
Right now we have 2, right? It's Sab and Shuhei.
Yeah, probably. And also, I think Roger needs, like, because he wants still to help at some point. We just need to figure out like the group thing. Like, because the group thing is also used to ask for reviews, but it's also used to actually have permissions, like if you want to launch a release or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe those 2 things should be separate. I'll look into that. Like, look into separating. Yeah. Something like that, exactly. Okay. And then we remove, I already added an action item. Remove the inactive ones. Okay. but we keep them
So
on
the
the poll. Actually, Paul is not doing nothing right now.
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
we
think
can
it's doing
remove Paul
anything.
totally actually.
That's another action item. Maybe figure out another bot, because having a bot could be useful, so we don't necessarily need permissions on repositories. But yeah, okay. Um, long-term support discussion. I think you wanted more maintainers here to have that discussion, right? So we have quorum for
Yeah,
voting or something like that.
yeah. Right now I'm just introducing the topic.
Okay.
External secrets operator is a community maintained operator, which means that more often than not, we cannot really dedicate our times as much as we wanted to properly provide maintaining support, approve PRs, make releases, or even automate the releases so that it's less of a burden for us. One things that we maintainers have been discussing on private channels is to have some features that today is part of our open source package to be only available for members that support external secrets operator via open collective donations. This would not be money going to a company. This would be money going to the maintainers basically. And the idea is to provide a way for paid maintaining time. We know that money doesn't really solve the issue, but I just want to take the opportunity to let people watching this recording to know that this is something that we are considering. The model would be a little bit similar to what Buoyant is doing with Linkerd. So Helm chart releases would not be by default done anymore. It will be a part of a separate repository where you get access to those releases once your company or yourself donate an X amount to Open Collective. Of course, not all maintainers agree. I'm just communicating these discussions are happening and that eventually we should discuss it and vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let's postpone the discussion, I guess, and think about it. Maybe do a little bit of async. It's nice that this is recorded. And yeah.
Just to also promote my personal opinion on this, I am unsure what's the best. So I still don't have a mind formed.
Yeah.
The money would surely incentivize support.
Yeah, but
That's
my point, I was like discussing this with Gustavo, like one thing that made external secrets operator popular was exactly this, like having multiple ways to install it and to like distribute it already done out of the box. Like we were on Artifact Hub, and like the Helm charts worked fine, and like things on OLM and Operator Hub and this kind of stuff. So having the effort in the beginning, and then people could just install it like without much friction. So if we take that away, like to incentivize contributions, like money contributions, we need to be very confident that this it's the right time. Let's say that we don't need more um, spreading, like that we are actually increasing the friction for people to get to the project. So my point,
Counter argument, our OLM release process is very bad.
very bad,
And
and
it's
it
really
takes
just
effort, and we should be paid for that. Yeah.
another counter argument. Do you know when was our last Rancher release?
What's that?
We also released for Rancher,
The way?
our Rancher marketplace. Yes. The
Oh,
last
the
Rancher
thing.
release is
Oh,
probably on
Charles started
0.6
that.
or
Yeah.
0.7. So
Okay.
by
Yeah.
trying to provide multiple support, we do
yeah.
all of them badly if we just do it for our own sheer effort. That's the main counter argument for that specific bit, the
That's
release
a good
bits.
point. Yeah. Yeah. I get. Yeah. Yeah. I just think that we should think about it like it's the right time, but I maybe it is. Like, yeah.
I don't think there will ever be a right time for this decision. But anyways,
And
Okay.
people will
postpone
surely
discussion.
be Yeah, and people will surely be pissed about it. That's 100% guarantee. No matter what you do, there
Yes.
will be people who are like, "No, I was using that," and then yeah.
Yeah. Are
Creating a
you
build process for a Helm chart is not hard as well, right? So people that really cannot afford that can simply figure it out with a day of work.
Yeah, they can create their own release.
okay? Then the provider versioning.
Yes, this is just to bring this up again. This is already a design that has been approved. I think we should probably look at it. And when I say we, it's probably me eventually.
But look at it
But
like
it,
implemented, or look at
yeah,
it. Okay.
implemented. Just to revisit that this is an open point. And the second open point, there is still a design proposal that is open to support custom resources, config maps.
Yeah.
The only maintainer against it was Shuhei so far, but we didn't have enough people yet to vote. So if you can take a look at the issue and see if you agree or not, just to see if we have quorum for that.
Do we have the link? This one should have the link on the agenda.
I can find it here if I'm fast
Custom.
enough.
I found it. 1 sec. It's 3449.
Yes.
Okay. Provider version you already have also. We merged your design, right? Or not?
Sorry?
Did we merge your design for provider versioning?
Yes. Provider version is already merged, so it's already something that we committed to do.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so Georgely, you also wanted to add uh, awareness of some PRs?
Yes, but Gustavo merged too. So the last one is basically a bit larger. I refactored like 5 or 6. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I refactored 5 providers to use a unified way of getting CA provider stuff. So basically certificates. So the way they retrieve certificates in all of these providers was basically the same way. So after a bit of refactoring, it looks good now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it like that. And I ran all of the tests and I ran all of the end-to-end tests, and it looks okay. I'm
Nice.
kind of afraid if there is like the only concern I had with this refactor is the namespace. The namespace was a bit weird because there's a namespace for the store, and then there's a namespace for the external secret, and and it's not always obvious which one is passed into which.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those should be looked at with great scrutiny.
Okay. Cool.
But it
So
simplifies the certificate process by a lot, and I think, or unifies rather.
nice. But this pull request that is linked here.
Hang on, I'm just adding it.
Okay.
There. Oh, I added it to the action item, did I? Oh, and Gustavo, you already added it as well. Okay.
But then the title is about Bitforger.
it is about Bitwarden because I initially set out to add the CA provider to the Bitwarden provider.
And then you notice it. Okay.
And yes,
Yeah.
and then I noticed like, oh my God, everyone is doing the same thing. So like I cannot copy that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
okay, so now I add another provider which is doing the same. So yeah, I did it in this PR.
Okay. Yeah.
And because this can be breaking changes to other providers, that's why we need a little bit of scrutiny as well.
Yeah. Yeah, let's have a better look. Maybe think of a test that tests the thing that you are concerned about namespaces. Like, so we are sure about the things that we're expecting there.
Mm-hmm. There are some of the providers have this namespace test in them. So for example, one of the largest one I refactored was Volt, and that has like a pretty good coverage. And another one was Kubernetes. So hopefully it's okay. But yeah, maybe I could increase the unit test coverage. Indeed.
Yeah, if it's possible. Like, maybe it's not something that we can test, but probably it
I
is.
think the best step first, Lucas, is to just take a look and review the PR. Maybe
Yeah.
it's already good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this action here is for me and you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Do we have
All
anything
good
else?
in the hood? I guess not.
Okay, I'll stop sharing then. Thank you all.